Hello everyone, just a quick reminder, you can now support us on Patreon. You can get this show and all our shows a day early, and lots of other goodies by supporting us. If you like what we do, and you want to see us do more, you can find us at patreon.com/StudioOmegaYT. Thanks for your time, guys. Hey everybody, before we get started, I just want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Audimus X and Bobby Meow. Thanks for your support, guys.
Thank you. 喜べ少年.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Girls Frontline. Wait, no, that's not a show we do. What show is this?
Sure, could be.
It could be. No, this is Let's Talk FGO. That is not the only time we will make that joke tonight. Because Girls Frontline came out in English and we're playing it a lot. Anyway. No, it's Let's Talk FGO. I'm one of your hosts. Say nothing, Omega. With me as always is Drink to Forget, Lucky.
That's how I adult. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is enjoying Vagrant Order, aka not T-Dolls, but still top tier. In our usual round of disclaimers, we're going to be talking about current and future events for both the JP and and English versions of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers, just go play Girls Frontline. Speaking of which, one of my missions just succeeded, so I'm going to go check that out.
While he's doing that, let's ask a very important question. Where the fuck is Ron? The answer? Just be trying to get a game together. To be fair, so are we.
We actually have like a kind of a semi-Mexican standoff going on with that, which I find hilarious. We're like, you should run a game. I can't. You should run a game. No, I can't. You should run a game. And we're just kind of all just staring at each other. Like, ugh.
And I'm like, just give me a little bit longer to write stuff. I'm sorry, the writing stuff time has been taken up by... You thought I was going to say Girls Frontline. That's wrong. It's Nier Automata.
Oh god, my feels. I still haven't been able to beat the final and get the ending of that game because I got like hit with like an emotional baggage like in the third playthrough. You'll see.
Oh, good. Because I've only put like 20 hours in that game in a week and been like, there's no way this is done yet. I got 2 endings, I'll say. Because one of them is a joke ending.
Oh, dude, no, there are literally 26 endings, one for each letter of the alphabet.
Crazy. Most
of them are joke ones. Some of them are kind of just sad.
Well, I got A, and I got K. Because they ate the fucking mackerel. Thanks, jackass.
Oh, by the way, you get a special ending if you use your self-destruct on the space station.
Okay, I might do that next, because I have to start a new playthrough, because I got A. But anyway, that's also not what we're talking about. I don't know, if Lucky can muscle up and get back in there and go in for another run, and I can do some more endings, maybe we'll do a regular one. Because that's what this show used to be. It used to be us playing video games and then talking about them. Maybe we can get Ron back for that. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our show. First off, let's talk about a segment from everybody's favorite Kohai.
Senpai! 起きてください!
That's right, it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, our regular segment for pro tips. In the notes, this pro tip is just written, How to CE Bomb. So, we've been talking about it, I think, a couple weeks in a row. Let's just, for everybody out there, let's just throw out, how does the CE bomb work? Really, it's like an EXP bomb, but the idea is mostly it's CE XP, so CE is technically shorter than EXP.
Yeah.
So, the short version of this is, because obviously everybody knows, you roll a lot of junk CEs. The 2- and 1-star CEs are so terrible, the game literally replaced them. They were that bad. Literally just for free. Deleted them and made new ones. But they have XP, and that's, other than CE EXPs, which are rare and usually based at events, they're really the only way to level up your CEs, besides the occasional, oh, my 4- or 5-star rolled an extra copy so I can push towards that max limit break. But, like a lot of bronze stuff, they don't got a lot of EXP in them. So, basically what you want to do to make your CE EXP bomb, just pick any CE, probably a 2-star because they can have a higher level cap. Just pick it, and just cram all of your other CEs into that CE. Throw it all in there, because CEs keep their accumulated EXP as well as their basic EXP, so when you use the CE you've fed all your other CEs to, it feeds that EXP total to the new CE. So if you're like, you know, over level 20 in like a 4 or 5-star CE, you really need a lot of EXP to get going. You gotta get all the way to 100, you know, or 90 or... So, to get there, you take your CE bomb and just feed it. Feed it in there.
So, the thing about what makes CE bombs so prevalent is when you start getting into those higher levels of your SR and SSR CEs, leveling them gets really expensive, because you're basically paying per card you attach. Now, if you're just throwing nothing in there but like 1- and 2-star CEs at a time, you're basically paying for each and every individual 1- and 2-star CE. What CE bombs let you do is basically let you toss all that into a single one, and then only pay for that single cost. Because the higher your level, or the higher the level, or the rarity of the card, the more it costs to increase its level. So by doing that, you can save yourself a little bit of QP.
And also, it's staggered out over time, because but the actual, like you said, the actual increase you make is cheaper, but for lower levels, it's staggered over time, and it's usually in a lower CE, so it shouldn't cost you as much overall.
Yeah.
And also, basically, it's not just, but all in all, it is a more efficient use of your time and QP than just throwing bronze after bronze CE at a higher rarity CE. At least ones you've put a couple spare copies into to get some higher levels. I think my highest level CEs are all like 30-ish. Most of them are event CEs, which means obviously I've kludged a bunch of high rarity CEs together.
My highest is my level 72 limited 0 over.
That's a pretty good level.
Because I smashed some shit.
One of my highest is my level 30 Prisma Cosmos, which is a lifesaver. Not so much. Anyway, let's move on. For Records of the Throne, a regular achievement topic. Not a lot happened here. We've been busy. I protected Jinkei's Smile. Got that out of the way to do her rank up. And I don't know if I said this. I think I might have, but I might not have. I also did get Irie Max Ascension as well. Protected that Smile. Protected that
on my end, zone. On my end, I said I didn't do much now. I said this for the past 2 weeks, but I've basically been using this downtime from the events and this week we have just to be working on clearing out max leveling some servants that just been sitting at 60 because I'm pseudo OCD. But I finally maxed out Urale, Medusa, Medea, Boudica. I'm working on Nightingale right now. I would be working on Stheno, but I'm out of Demon Hearts already, so...
Also, let's be real. As anybody can see from watching my series I've done both her interludes on the channel, Stheno's real garbo. Not only is she kind of bad as a servant, in that her kit is extremely limited, but also, she's a garbo person. It's just a prank, bro! No, fuck you. I'm taking Medusa and I'm going home. Stay in the box.
But she's a bonus servant and Journey to the West, so...
She's gonna be useful, maybe, coming up.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have more fun using the other two. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. No All the World's Evil or anything this week. Well, we have some thoughts about our episode of Anime Power Hour, which has been indefinitely delayed, despite Lucky's hard work, but it's not really for this show.
Well, honestly, no, I could kind of say it is, because it's literally what kept me from focusing on FGO related content and looking into stuff. It kept me from writing anything. All of today's show notes, aside from an introduction and what I wrote for the Records of the Throw, has all been Omega. Because for the past week, I've been fighting tooth and nail with Vegas Pro to bring you higher quality production for Power Hour. I finally get it done. I got it done Thursday. I took a day off from work because I'm I need to sit down and get this done. Only to have, I basically had it rendered, I converted it, rendered it again to YouTube. I didn't even look at it. I'm going to bed. I'm giving this to Omega. He can deal with it in the morning. It's already, all he has to do is write some nice shit on it and it'll be good to go.
Hey, guess what?
He gets up in the morning.
Yeah, I get up, I look at the video. Oh, it's uploaded it. Uh-oh. There's a little alert here. Let me click on that. Oh, we've got some copyright claims, some video matches, and then it's Kadokawa Limited blocked in some countries, Toho Inc. blocked in all countries, Sony Inc. blocked in all countries.
I'm just he told me that, and I just died. I was kaput.
Yeah, don't worry, we're working on it. We'll see if it goes through, because technically I think it's fair use, but we'll see if companies like Sony think it is. If not, we can post the original, downloadable of the video file Lucky made to our Patreon for patrons. Probably as a bonus episode, and we'll release a quote-unquote regular version of Anime Power Hour for public while we work on the rest of it. We'll work on our paradigm a little. But yes, we're working on higher production quality content. Well, Lucky is, if anybody's watched the test video I did today also, you'll know that the process of also branching out our Let's Play production is also a thing. Where I think, if anybody wants to know, I think what happened was the audio desynced because I held accelerator on my emulator down a little, but it didn't record the time sped up, so I ended up fucking up space and time. The video, I think, recorded longer, rather than... but my audio did not, because it was a separate recording. Well, I'm still gonna experiment some stuff, but check that out. I think it was fun. We'll see what we can do about some stuff. Anyway, let's move into the actual news. We're about 10 minutes and we haven't even gotten into Skelograms. That said, though, I've been thinking about, like, do we need to do, like, just a... I don't know if our channel's big enough to do just an us hanging out podcast, like lots of people do. Maybe later.
Us hanging out? Honestly, I think we could. Like, honestly, we always spend, like, a half hour, like,
we do. We
spend
listen, you guys really should, like, I don't want to... I don't always want to sound like I'm shilling too hard, though it is more May. But, you guys really should get the $10 level so you can listen in, our gold patron level, and listen in, because we fuck around for like a good half hour before we start recording the show. And then we may or may not fuck around for another half hour afterward. And God forbid, if we have voice on, then we fuck around for like an hour. Alright, let's move into Skelograms. First off, Japan news. We'll alternate these. Japan news. New batch of interludes. You get interludes for Ozzy, Scheherazade, Drake. Right? Drake? Yeah, Drake. That's odd. We're going to talk about Drake later.
Ta-da!
Bryn, Da Vinci, and Suzuka Gunzen. Ozzy, Drake, Suzuka, and Ozzy, Drake, and Suzuka, sorry, are just quartz interludes. Yes, there are 6 there. Okay. I can count. It's not almost 11 o'clock at night, and I have to get up in the morning. Anyway. And then Bryn, Scheherazade, and Da Vinci got skill/NP interludes. So Bryn's 3rd skill now significantly increases the star absorb it gives and has a nasty crit buff. In addition to its original ability, it also heals a bit. Scheherazade's 3rd skill now has a team guts. That skill normally gives her guts, but now it also gives the whole team a little bit of guts. Slow to extra support. And Da Vinci basically got the usual NP interlude free rank up, and now the crit chance lower she has is larger, which is pretty good. I know this is good news for the English server. Interludes tend to come out as soon as all the enemies in them are available. So, hopefully sooner. I think Scheherazade's explicitly is basically doing doing a pseudo boss rush versus all of the part 1 content.
Huh.
So, theoretically, that might be able to be added like right away when she comes out. For us. Depends on the code. Hey, Lucky, tell me the next bit of news.
All right, over here back in the English version, we have the Kintoki Banner running May 10th to May 23rd. Instead of featuring our very special Golden Boy, we also got half AP on story. Main reason for this being is that the Dominion Capital Rashomon event has been announced from 5:16 to 5:30. I said the prerequisite is clearing up to America. Ibaraki-Doji is going to be our raid enemy. And Shuten-Doji is going to be the limited servant, along with some GACHA.
Everybody, pray for your wallets now.
Oh my god,
By the way, speaking of Kintoki, we have already released a wanted video on him, because obviously this is the first time we've been doing those videos since he's had a raid up, so there's that. Doing okay. If you're curious about the Shuten one, that'll be coming out. That's already shot. I shot it literally after I finished producing the Kintoki one, but I'm holding on to it for a few days, because her banner doesn't start until next Wednesday. Whenever you are watching and or listening to this, it should be a couple days from then, basically. Just how it's going to time out. Alright. So, and then we go back to Japan. We've got the Murder at the KOGETSUKAN event from 5/11 to 5/18. It's a short story quest event. It's a 7-day mystery with homes to celebrate the escape room thing they're doing. You have to have completed the Escape from Baker Street exhibition commemoration quest. I don't know if that was like a thing in the past or a thing going on now. I think it's a now thing, maybe. Anyway, it features a rolling rate-up. Holmes is the SSR on all the time. The rest is probably story-related mess of super rares and rares. But this includes story-locked popular characters like Bedivere and Jaguar Man. So at the very least, throw some tickets at it, because those guys are both 3 stars. Just be aware, Stheno and Fion can be in this batch. So, watch for gold cards.
Yeah.
Watch for mana prisms. Free mana prisms. And basically, the way this works is there's going to be a new quest every day. You do the quest, and if you get to the end, you do all 7 days, you can vote on who the culprit will be. If you get it right, you get 10 Saint Quartz. And if the majority of the server gets it right, everybody gets 10 Saint Quartz, regardless of if you got it right in the first place. Nice. I'm going to presume that lots of people are going to cheese this and just look up the answer. You don't. We don't necessarily recommend that, but it is 10 quartz. It's a lot of quartz.
So, a little bit more on our personal side. One of our Discord users, not her senpai, you know, the one who gave us the lowdown on the stream, said that she's going to be going to the actual escape room. And she said it's been pretty interesting. Apparently, the employees there actually wear Chaldea uniforms, like you actually see in the animation. I'm like,
yeah,
give me one.
Yeah, they got a lot of props. Like, I've seen the Aniplex stream guys wearing the Chaldea Security Organization, like, windbreakers. I'm like, shit, sell those. Sell me that shit. That and my Arts Buster Quick shirts.
Yeah.
Speaking of shirts, by the way, you can buy shirts from us. If you buy our logo shirt, they are themed Arts Buster. Anyway, yeah, so that sounds cool. That sounds like something that's really up my alley, the event. And then also, the escape room thing's kind of cool. I've never done one myself, but they sound neat.
I want to do one, but I'm just terrified I won't solve it, and I'll feel really, really stupid.
That's okay. We just shill harder, make lots of money. We can go, and then we'll team up. And we'll go together. I've written mystery fiction. They don't usually, because obviously you can put that on the internet. We might have to like do like a clips version. We can at least talk about it anyway on our soon-to-be Slice of Life podcast. Apparently. All right, let's go ahead and jump to Chaldea Free Talk because we got a lot of free and we got a lot of talk. All right, it's time for the Rashomon Pre-Game. So I'm gonna lay this out because I wrote it. Major shout out to Discord user Burn Costell and several of our other Discord users who were on the JP side of this. They helped us out with some info.
Yeah, they did.
Which we basically used to get started, at least writing these show notes, and then obviously some more has been pulled from stuff. Because as usual, we don't just read wiki articles to you. We also do research and talk to people.
Yeah.
So, Rashomon is our first raid event. It uses a resource known as BP. This is battle points. You have a max of 6 BP, and you recover 1 per hour. Yes, this means if you spend all your BP... What'd you say, Lucky? Now we have that awkward silence while we wait for Discord to catch up, and hopefully Lucky can speak.
Hello!
There you are. Hey. I think you cut out a little bit there. What did you say? Because I know that, to me anyway, I talked over you.
All I said was a RIP sleep schedule. Apparently, because you only get 6, some people, you know, they'll set their timer to it. Get 6, wake up, do it again, go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I was about to joke about was, so if you sleep more than 6 hours, get fucked. Anyway, there are event items, Rice Ball and Golden Rice Ball, which can recover BP.
I think they'll let you go over the max, too. I think.
It might.
Kind of like how you have AP, you can go over on your AP.
Yeah. Alright, so here's the deal. Ibaraki-Doji has a global HP value of 30 trillion in 7 phases. Alright? That's how much damage we as the server have to do to clear 30 trillion. It's a lot of zeros. Now, assuming we're right about all this, because there might be some like quality of life changes, but this is all based on the original Japan version. Our notes anyway. So there are 3 tiers of Ibaraki. 300k HP for 1 BP, 1 million HP for 2 BP, and then 6 million for 3 BP. Each battle has 2 waves. 1 wave is randos, and then the last wave is Ibaraki plus or 2 fists. On Ibaraki's wave, there is a 15-turn countdown. Not a cooldown, a countdown. I can speak English. And then the way this works is, in order for your damage to count and get your full damage, you must survive 15 turns or kill Ibaraki. Probably. We have heard that the Chinese version of the first run event got a quality of life fix, so that the damage counts even if you wipe, which would be great, because that, by most accounts, that's 6 million fucking rough.
Yeah.
She has a lot of HP and does a lot of damage. We'll talk a little about strategy at the end. But hopefully we get the quality of life so that it counts still. That might make it more effective to run the 6 million and just try and do more than 1 million before she kills you. So the point system for the event is damage points or DP. It's just straight up damage you do to Ibaraki. Also, one of the story bosses counts, but that's only like got 100k HP, so it doesn't matter. If I read all the rewards right, because unfortunately some of these wiki pages were like poorly organized, but I think the maximum total number is 300 million damage. That means you personally have to do 300 million damage to clear the points ladder. Got that? That's your goal, 300 mil. So the DP list includes QP, prisms, apples, tickets, mats. Lots of mats, by the way. All kinds of mats in this event. Some event CEs are in there, rice balls, and crystallized lures. There are 3 crystallized lures, actually, in the DP ladder. But to get all of them, you're going to need to hit that 300 mil. There's also an event currency...
A little bit of a competition. A little bit.
Yeah. There's also an event currency,
like,
gourds, which drop from mobs in the event, and the gacha CEs will enhance gourd drops. Gourds can be exchanged with Shuten, by the way, she's the shopkeeper, for one of the event CEs, prisms, QP, EXPs, and mats. The mats which can be exchanged in the store include things such as hearts, fangs, snake jewels, void dust, and bloodstones. Hey, fucking fangs and void dust are on my list. Also, I think I used up all my snake jewels.
Never thought today that we'd be actually being like, we need fucking void dust, but here we are.
Well, when you're not running the servant bomb or whatever for more monuments pieces and other shit, you tend to run out of void dust.
Yeah.
But also, yes, I did spend like 80 void dust somehow. How in the fuck? So there's two main boost CEs you want to watch out for this. Legend of Mahavirakana.
Close enough.
Yeah, Byrne actually said Legend of the Macadamia Nuts, which also works. The Ushi CE. That gives you plus 200% and plus 300% at max limit break to the given servant, and then Golden Carp figure featuring everybody's favorite Golden Boy gives plus 50 to plus 100% for the entire team.
So it's like Saber Wars, where everyone's going to be slapping these CEs on there so people can do ridiculous amounts of damage.
So I think there's only enough for one full max limit break Macadamia Nuts. There's 4 in the store.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be like
1 in the ladder. There are, I believe, enough copies of Golden Carp for a couple max limit break. Also, Golden Carp is a really good CE. It's one of those CEs that's at max limit break. It's plus 50% NP charge and then another effect. So, yeah, thumbs up. So yeah, you want to prioritize those for that bonus damage. 100% team damage up is great. God forbid, fucking 300% damage. Slap that on whoever your big beat stick is. Jesus Christ.
Triple damage. People are saying like you're gonna want like Skahawk.
Yeah,
Kintoki himself.
Did I write that note down? Okay, no. So we'll just, when we get to the end of the bullet point list, we'll talk a little bit about strategy.
Yeah,
that could be how we fill in some more time. Hey, before you get too excited though, we'll also get excited about it anyway. But Rashomon does in fact have story quests.
Hi.
So there's an actual story. That'll be fun. You'll probably see some of that on the channel. There's a prologue, an epilogue, and 7 arc quests, 1 for each class. They give you a starter CE. Basically, you get the 3-star gacha CE for free. You can get some gourd drops. You'll get about 6 sync quartz and a ticket. Between the damage points, the story quests, and the mission system, there's a mission system we'll talk about in a second, there are like 12 tickets in this event, I want to say. There's a lot of tickets.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of tickets. Compared to the raid HP totals, though, this should be laughably easy. The epilogue boss is like 100k, like I said. It's fucking nothing. Compared to, minimum 300k raid. But, this is especially true because your main NPC will be a level 60 Kintoki to help you out. Now, the mission system. As far as I can understand, it's a little bit different. Each day, for 7 days, there's a new mission list. The missions have a time frame to be completed. At its shortest, it's 24 hours, but some are longer, like 48, or even like, I think the last one's like 72 or 78 hours. But basically, at their shortest, they're 24 hours. And it's just stuff like do amounts of damage, defeat enemies, and stuff like that. They provide additional mats, prisms, rice balls, and tickets. The mats in this are also good. You can get like horseshoes, plumes, I think, in here. Lots of other stuff. So it's a cornucopia event, but there's a real challenge.
You're gonna have to work for it.
Yeah, you got to do 300 million damage. You got to complete all these quests. You got to do a lot of shit. So let's talk strategy. I think the best strategy that's been outlined by a lot of our veterans in our Discord and stuff is you're gonna want a big hitter, a single target. If you got a Jolter, that's good. If you got Ku-Alter or Kintoki, your single target berserkers, they're real good. Skahawk's also just another real good because she has a big, fat single target. Orion's good, because she has like an attack up and a single target Null Phantasm. Basically, if you have a single target NP that does big damage, pick it. If you got a Herc, that's probably okay. Vlad's probably okay. If you only have rares, take whichever coup you have that's best. Regular, vanilla, Lancerman. That's probably your best bet for that sort of thing.
I heard Beowulf's pretty decent, too.
Beowulf is also a good choice, much like Herc, because he's a single-target boss-killer berserker.
Yeah.
And actually, if I'm remembering rightly, So Berserkers deal 1.5 damage to everybody, but they take 2 from most, except other Berserkers, so other Berserkers also deal 1.5. Yeah. So I think technically being a Berserker on Berserker is slightly less dangerous than your Berserker versus something else. And yes, Ibaraki is a Berserker.
I've been told like a good starting setup is basically to have someone, because you basically fight Ibaraki in your two hands. So when you go into that fight, you basically want to have a AOE Berserker, Noble Phantasm ready to go to clear up those hands quick, because apparently they don't fuck around either. And then usually have a waiver and support, or just your own, and your big hitter. Yeah,
so you want a big single target hitter. You will want an AOE burst so you can drop her hands, because it's important to note, the normal philosophy is leave ads till after you kill the boss. If you kill Ibaraki, the battle's over.
Yeah.
Which means you don't get the gorge drops from the hand. So that's not your most efficient form of farming. You want to clear the hands and then kick the shit out of her. Especially if we do get to keep our damage, that's probably a great strat, because, the worst thing about a failed run is, I spent, a few BP, which I can get back later. But if you miss Gorge, you're like, shit, that's an opportunity to buy shit I need that I don't get back. So yeah, hitter, AoE wave clear, and then whatever your support flavor is. Waver's a good choice. Hans can be a good choice. I think I might go for support waivers, but I think my personal plan is going to be Jalter, Hans, Leonidas, because Leonidas does support and tanking for Jalter, and Hans does heals and crits. And then, obviously, Jalter is Jalter. But yeah, basically anybody single target, and then an AoE sweeper, and then whatever your favorite support servant is. And do remember, they're all Berserkers, so you're gonna get beat up. Okay? It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Prepare for bullying. Apparently, Ibaraki has they call it her Yakuza knee. She has a flying knee kick, which is her buster, which she tends to crit on, and do 25k damage, aka get fucked. Literally, I don't think anybody can take that. I gotta check how much HP does Jean have? Not Alter, regular Jean. Now that'll help you as Berserkers. Lucky, you got any notes about strategy you want to add to this? Any more notes, I should say?
Not really. I think it's kind of obvious, but you definitely are gonna want to be putting your Legend of a Macadamia Nuts on your single target hitters, just so you can get that maximum damage out the gate. Other than that, you might want to, you do definitely want to consider maybe having a tanking service maybe in your back line for when things get fucked. Because remember, you just got to make it to 15 turns as well. You don't have to kill the boss. So
obviously you get less total damage that way, but if you can last 15, then you can last 15.
Yeah. So what I'm personally doing is I'm gonna basically have all my damage dealers up front. Then in my back row, put more tanky and healing, and then try to weather the storm until I can at least get there. Because as I said, you never know how things are going to go until you actually get there. Got to be flexible with that strat. Yep. I tell everybody my usual strategy is to rub more Berserker on.
Well, you've got a super max level Tombo Cat, so that'll probably be a good wave clear at least.
Oh yeah. As soon as I start getting more QP and clear out more of these servants, she's going to 100. I don't care if she's ranked C+ on the main list. I've said it once, I'll say it again. 100 for love, baby.
Alright, now, we have a very important thing to reiterate. Because there's a big gacha coming up. It's a big one. Big. It's almost as big as Jalter, I think, in my opinion.
Face.
Possibly bigger than Bryn. Probably not, because the Bryn's, was really, really rare. But,
yeah,
let us remind you, the official Let's Talk FGO rolling ritual. In order to roll, you must prepare a catalyst. You must roll in the middle of the night. You must scream loud enough to wake the neighbors. If you do this, your fated servant will come.
That's there's not a lot of Shuten-Doji, Shuten merch out there. So I'm probably just going to get me a big old bottle of sake.
That might work.
Get drunk.
As usual, there'll be a little phone mat blessing thing, which I have done well with in the past. And that's that. By the way, I'm only going to put tickets on it. I like Shuten, but I'm not real broken up. I'm holding on because there's going to be a Glorious Buddha appearing, and I really need to fill that niche.
Yeah. I got 17 tickets? I should have 18 by the event when the event starts. So I'm gonna throw all those, and I'm gonna save my courts to the end of the event.
Probably a smart move.
Just in case, because
You
we're
never
going to
know.
be getting lots of tickets in event as well.
Yeah, I think I have like
Because
5
this-
right now, or 6.
Yeah.
That's it. It's probably
Because,
5 because I probably,
as
if I remember rightly, I think I threw one last one at the Iskandar banner, and I got some garbo, and I'm like, okay, that's right. This banner hates me. I'm done now. Listen, sometimes you gotta throw the one ticket and see what happens, and then you're like, oh, that's right. This is what despair feels like. I'm good rolling for a week. I'm gonna go back to making more T-Doll contracts and just, god damn it, I rolled another handgun.
But as we like to reiterate constantly, we're entering a crunch time for the gachas and events, because we have Rashomon, then we have Journey to the West, then I believe Camelot.
No, it should be Onigashima.
It's Onigashima. Is it Onigashima?
I think it's Onigashima
Then it's
first.
Camelot Summer.
Yeah. Well, then it's
Camelot.
Anniversary Camelot Summer.
Camelot Summer, and somewhere in there is the first year anniversary.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Probably between Camelot and Onigashima, we don't know. Though that will have our ever-favorite paint gacha in there. But, that'll be Da Vinci's Limited Banner, along with several other rate-ups. Oh, also, there's a download milestone banner with Skahak in it coming up, too. Somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll either be simultaneously or it'll be a spacer between Rashomon and Journey to the West. So, yeah, it's real bad. I got 90 quartz, I think, for Journey to the West so far. There's not a lot of quartz in this event. There's not even enough for, a 10 roll, just a couple of single pulls. But anyway. Yeah, what's our time at? About halfway through, that's good. Alright, so, I'll say this first. Just a personal anecdote, but obviously rank-up quests have been coming out. Blood for Andromeda is pretty good. I don't necessarily use a lot of the servants I've ranked up right away. I had to work for some of them to get max ascension, but I use Medusa a lot. Blood for Andromeda is pretty good. It definitely gets Medusa's NP going way quicker. The cooldown's a little long, obviously, I need to put some work on that to level it up, so that takes a few chips out, but just the instant NP gain and then 3 turns of NP gain up really helps you gets her NP started faster, and after her NP, gets it recharged for a second shot if you can last that long faster. Really good. I didn't know I needed it until I had it, and then I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. Why am I not doing this all the time?
I haven't done any of the rank-up quests, so don't look at me.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, Lucky, have you done anything? And you're like, no. I've been editing. He's been locked in the editing dungeon. All right.
I've gotten pretty decent at it, but it's still... I was telling people earlier, it's for me, I look at, the same 3 seconds of audio, 8 to 10 times while making tiny adjustments to video. And I do that for an hour worth of content. I'm in there for a while. Sanity is lost. My sand score is lower.
Some people watching this will actually get that joke. Okay. Well, now it's time, I think, to move into our Servant Spotlight. We skipped a week in this, but that seems fair. We kind of do that every couple of weeks kind of thing. Today we're going to spotlight Drake, because Drake won the poll. And Lucky will probably be talking more about... Well, maybe. I could read some stuff on the wiki, but he's got more experience because he rolled one.
Yeah.
Said Omega. The only gold writer I rolled is Mary, who has a very different role. It's good that mechanical diversity is a thing, though.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, so Francis Drake, the game's first 5-star writer, and was the only one for a while until Maeve came out, I think. I think that's the first one. It was after that. So, just background stuff. Francis Drake is obviously the historical pirate, privateer, whatever you want to call it. Captain, definitely. Destroyed the Spanish fleet in a very famous win, which basically switched who was the superior naval force. It used to be the Spanish, and then after that defeat, it was the British, which lasted a long time. Obviously, let's address the elephant in the room, or should we say the boobs in the room. In FGO and in Fate Extra, where she originally comes from, Drake is a woman. There's not really an explanation to this. Apparently there's some stuff in the extra English script about her possibly being, Queen Elizabeth in disguise, which could make sense, but also is not, firmly established, so...
Sure.
It's just a thing that, I guess they decided to do. They say that she was recorded in history as a man because... all of the pirates under her thought she was way too cool and manly for them to admit she was a woman, but that's a little sketchy.
Which is weird, because there are definitely, like, female pirates out there.
You can, in fact, roll 2 of them.
Yeah.
Technically, you'll be able to roll 4 of them.
Well, Anne and Bonnie, they were under, Rackham, John Rackham. I'm talking about, like, female pirates, because Drake, I'm trying to think of the pirate who, like, fucked up the French fleet. Like, Drake did the Spanish.
But there are a couple of famous lady pirates as well. There's, like, a famous Chinese one, for instance, too. And some others.
Yeah, so... Actually, I know it's in Rejected Princesses. I'm gonna go find out.
But yeah, so we got Drake. Drake's a woman. She's a very lovely older sister lady, but again, it's not really commented on. And like almost all piratical types, she's chaotic evil, but she's a pirate lead.
She's not as chaotic evil as she could be chaotic evil. Like, for real, though.
Honestly, I think it's mostly in her notes, but if you look at her, she... Not the stereotype of chaotic evil, like the chaotic stupid we talked about all that time ago with our good buddy Voice. Just, she talks about how it, like, she's a hedonist who pursues, like, short-sighted pleasures. Like, she's not necessarily a long-term thinker or a big planner. She's just out for, like, the simple, immediate payoff. She loves treasure and all sorts of stuff, so it's a little... It makes a bit of sense. More so than some others, anyway. She's also a pioneer of the stars, which is an important skill and important background thing. We'll talk about that skill in a second when we actually break down her mechanics. But yeah, she's got an interesting backstory. Go ahead and check it out. It's got some extra stuff. She's also a major ally in the Okeanos chapter, which is, I guess, well, parts of it are historically accurate to FGO. Other parts you fix. So let's talk about her actual skill set really quick. She's you can tell she's a bit of a hitter. She's got 1 quick card, 2 arts cards, 2 buster cards. She's got a Buster Noble Phantasm that's AoE. Deals big damage to all enemies, and then you gain a bunch of critical stars, like a bunch. It's an overcharge effect, so at 100% it's 20, and then at 500% it's 40. Though getting a 5-star to 500% is hard. But it can happen. She's not limited or story locked. She's just out there to spook you. Mostly what you see a lot of Drake's used for is you see her with, like, Mona Lisa, because she can clear doors and hands real good. Real good at that. Farming, you want to ride her farms, you got a Drake. For her active skills, she's got Voyager of the Storm, which gives you NP strength and attack up for your whole team. 1 turn. So it's it's shorter than a Charisma, but it's got a pretty good payoff to, like, do a quick double shot of NP steroid. They're not great percentages at their first level, but they even out to okay. And remember the way damage multipliers work. We've discussed this. Her second skill is Golden Rule B, which increases her NP gain by quite a bit for 3 turns. And then her final skill is Pioneer of the Stars, which gives you just a straight-up NP charge, applies Ignore Invincible, and then gives you 10 crit stars. So, yeah, you can tell from her skill set, she wants to fire her NP a lot, and she wants to do a lot of damage when she does it, and then she wants to give you lots of critical stars, because she's a writer, and she's going to slurp up all those stars. Writer slurp stars. That's it. That's all there is. That's what you use her for. It's why you see her a lot, why she's recommended, because she's not limited, so it's entirely likely you'll just randomly roll her on any banner, other than ones that are like Kaldea Boys Collection, which is exclusively dudes, stuff like that. But just, yeah, no. She's real good at what she does. Pretty good attack, pretty good HP. Just an all-around general writer who's real good at that farming thing. The fact that she does that farming, like, so quickly, because Pioneer of the Stars is 50% charge at level 10, with a 6-turn cooldown, so you can, like, stick a 50% NP charge on her, and she'll be ready to fire. You can also, at any level, stick a Kaleidoscope on her, and that's 30%, and so she's ready to fire. Even without those, like I said, you see her a lot with Mona Lisa's, to get your QP gain up. Just real easy to get her charged up, fire it off, wipe an entire wave, you're done. Then you have a shitload of crit stars if you're not done. I don't think there's a lot else to say about that, other than just we could gush once again about her character, because she's very fun. But we said a lot of that when we talked about the Okeanos chapter, which we liked a lot.
Yeah, we really did.
So go back in our archives, find whatever episodes we spent talking about Okeanos, and just listen to those. Listen to them like a billion times. Just pull up our Let's Talk playlist, and put it on repeat while you go to work and stuff, and just leave it on. That'll get us on trending. All of a sudden, these videos have like 2,000 views. People will notice us. No, I have a genuine belief we're going to break the 1,000 views next week when we have Voice on.
I hope so.
Well, the last one we did with voice is at like 9:50, so at the very least, releasing another episode, which will be associated with that, will probably push that one over. But I'm hoping the new episode will go even beyond. Yeah. Mostly because I'm gonna get lucky, and I'm gonna get voice in the same virtual space to talk about Shuten, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna relax. I did a lot of talking this week. I'm not gonna say hardly anything next week. Just you watch. Alright, let's see. What are we doing at time? We're doing decent. We might do a shorter episode. That's fine. That takes less time for me to render. So, we're going to switch things up. We're going to do a CE Spotlight next. I have decided, based on a theme, we're going to do Event CEs, which at Max Limit Break do 50% NP charge and other effects. So, just click the I on your YouTube screen, and you can see the poll that'll be in there. Your 3 options this week will be Halloween Princess, Scholars of Chaldea, and His Rightful Place. All 3 of which are Event CEs, which you get from the event, and they do, like I said, 50% and other stuff. Halloween Princess will probably win because it's very popular. Alright, let's throw out next, talking about topic title, Teach Me Omega-Sensei. That poll is still going for this month. If you want to decide on that subject, go ahead and you have to be at the $5 level at our Patreon. There's literally only 1 vote in the poll, so there's like 3 days left as of the time we're recording this. So yeah, just you've got some time left to get in there and make that vote count. It really will matter. Alright, then let's move on to Meme of the Week. Lucky, I just talked for like 30 minutes. You tell me.
Alright, our meme of the week is Girls Frontline. Because, as I said, they just went into the open beta, which is just their fancy way of saying, here's the full game, there's going to be a lot of fuckery going on, so we don't want to say it's the complete version.
Here's our soft launch, which is good, because they had like a purchasing fuck-up on Android, like, immediately.
Immediately. But, as I said, like, it's all, like, we've really been talking about, because we've gotten several people in our Discord to play it. I've been, like, tormenting another one of our Discord
Basically, here's what happens.
Images.
I don't want to warn anybody off our Discord, but just be careful. If you jump in the Discord and you talk, Lucky will probably try to rope you into gacha games, which I have muted anyway, even though I post a shitload there now. But I have muted just in case. He will rope in, and he will viciously, mentally attack you with images of cute gun girls. And if you don't know what a gun girl is, just picture a gun that is also a girl. It's real easy, guys.
To explain it simply, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Konkoli is, or Contact Collection is.
Well,
you know, ship girls.
Most people, even if you don't know the name, you should be familiar with the concept of, I don't know if they changed the term, but a few years ago it used to be called Mecha Musume.
Yeah.
Literally Mecha Girls, which is just the Japanese vast anthropomorphization and quaification applied to military tech. So planes, tanks, boats. Kantai is famous for warships.
Yeah, so basically you get cute girls with a gun. It's like they're not like gun themselves; they just carry around their own gun.
Yeah, but they're also named after the gun that they carry.
Yeah,
like
that's what you call them.
Yeah, T-Doll. And but M4A1 is a major character in the story, and she carries an M4A1.
Mm-hmm.
And we constantly refer to them like, you know, you get right now if you sign up, they're doing basically their version of a start launch. You'll get a free BAR-chan voiced by Aoi Yuki, who also does Shuten-Doji. And you get it for free as a 4-star. And after, what is it, 5 days?
Yeah, it's 5 days.
You get her bunny costume for free. Do it, nerds. It's great.
It's great. Like, as I said, like, I've kind of, like, dropped off from, like, Grand Blue Fantasy now, because I'm all about, because it's not, like, traditional gacha, where, you know, you just buy money to spend and roll. No, you have to make the girls, and you just need resources and contracts for that.
Which you can get a few from just daily stuff, and you recharge, like, your resources over time, naturally. It's small, considering it's, like, what
is there?
One to 3 a minute, and usually you're rolling in, like, thousands. It takes, like, hundreds to get a good T-Doll result, but it's not
It's still there.
hard.
It's still not, like...
You know, you get daily rewards, logins, all kinds of stuff.
I mean, like, theoretically, you can get a legendary off the smallest increment you can do.
That's probably why I see so many people with Grizzlies, because she's a legendary handgun. Because you can literally get her on, like, the lowest minimum production roll. It's possible.
It is possible.
And there's, like, a whole chart thing that, like, says, like, it'll take this many hours. Because, Girls Frontline is one of those timer games.
Yeah.
It's that form of mobile gaming, where just, like, there's actual gameplay to actually do missions and stuff, and you can do all the stuff yourself, but You set up, like, you can set up, like, auto battles or logistics battles or production. All that stuff.
From what I can tell, they're never like stupid long. I think like the max
longest I've seen is 6 hours, which is basically, I'll do this before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's not like we said, like the AP regeneration where you lose something if you like oversleep or whatever. It just wraps up.
Yep.
It's real fun. The girls are real cute. Guess what? My EX rank luck has not quite carried over. RNG has been very annoying to me. Like, I've built 2 legendaries. They were both the same gun. Now, that's very useful because they have a system similar to FGO's NP up where you can stack together. Basically, it's free if you have multiple copies of the same gun, so that's going to save me a shitload of resources in the extreme long run. Because it's a level-locked thing. But still, it's like, oh my god, I got another legendary, which is supposed to be a pretty rare thing that's randomly determined, and it's the same one I got already. And
if you guys are wondering where the money sink is, it's not in buying resources, it's buying space for all your shit.
Yeah, it's infrastructure. The game charges you gems to add T-Doll slot, to add like echelons, like team slots, to add storage, to add more repair slots, and just it's like, oh, you want to do more stuff at once? Oh, give us some gems, and you can buy gems for money, real money.
Yeah, you get free gems too, but the thing is the more slots you buy, the more expensive it gets. It's progressive, and it's kind of like, it's like I kind of want it, but no.
Yeah, these are cost-benefit analysis in there somewhere. Anyway, it's Girls Frontline. It's the thing.
Oh, I will say though, they do have a 99-cent options, and if you just make any sort of purchase, you get a free legendary assault rifle. So, you know, pay $1, get a legendary. That's good business. Also, interesting enough, like, I just saw this. They have a monthly thing of, like, I think it's like $3.99 or $4.99 a month, and you just get 30 gems a day, and you just pay, like, $5 a month. So, like, you get, like, 900 gems a month. You just have, like, a monthly subscription.
It's like it's the Patreon of mobile games. Give us a little bit of money a month. You get gems. By the way, we would prefer if you gave us $5 a month rather than Girls Frontline. But we totally understand if you give Girls Frontline.
Honestly, if I got like an extra $5, it'd probably go. I don't got an extra $5.
Not unless these fine people give us an extra $5. Though technically, if they want to make sure you get the extra $5, they need to give us like $10 because we split. Well, whatever. Let's not talk about economics anymore. Let's talk about something that people do like, because we're doing a merch thing. No, it's not a new shirt yet. Lucky being locked in the editing dungeon is not Lucky being locked in the art dungeon, and I haven't come up with anything clever for new shirts yet. I will, though. I made a shitload of shirts, guys. Come on, just buy some shirts. To possibly emphasize that a little, because we're doing More May, we're doing a promo. Enter the code More May, all one word, in caps, for 5% off, because it's the 5th month. It'll save you, probably an extra $1 or so off whatever your purchase is. Not a whole lot, but, a little bit. Just a little promo for everybody.
Yay.
And it'll last until the end of the month. And then, I think the only thing we got to talk about before we wrap up is we're mentioning what we're going to do in the next Let's Talk Fake Grand Order. We've hinted at it, or outright stated it next time, but the Voice of St. Quartz has offered to come back. He actually talked about us earlier in the week, and he was like, let's see, which episode should I be on? I told him that we were going to do a lot of news and stuff this time, and he was like, okay, maybe I'll come on next time.
And then we'll talk about Rashomon, probably Shuten, other good things.
Yeah. No idea what he wants to talk about in specific, but I'm sure it'll be great. We'll talk about it a lot, that's for sure. So here's hoping for another, huge shitload of views video.
Yeah! Shilling more.
Alright, so I think that brings us to the end of our show. Hopefully the show isn't too short. I'm looking at it as just about 55 minutes, but obviously some of that will be trimmed out because we do editing. But unless, Lucky, you think we've got anything we need to say about FGO?
No, not specifically.
Alright, I guess it's a light show this week. They can't all be 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There's another joke about voice episodes. Hey, if you like a lot of our content, check out our episodes with voice, assuming you haven't already, because those are the best videos we've done on this channel. Though my One Legion video is still immensely popular. Anyway, that's the end of the show, probably. If you like this video, please give it a like, because we like likes, and just, help the video get circulated, help let us know that you're still watching and tuning in without you having to do much besides hit a little button. If you have any comments about anything going on, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below. Your thoughts about any of the stuff we've said today. You can also get in touch with us directly on our Discord, where, like I said, Lucky will try and bully you with T-Dolls, and lots of other fun stuff.
I tell those people all the time, I am evil. I will do evil things to you in pursuit of my own goals, and I want people to play Girls Frontline right now. So
because the one thing we can say about the game is that the friend point gain is awful.
Yeah, it is.
It's real bad. We need lots of friends. But yeah. So go ahead and jump on our Discord. In other terms, you can also get, like I said, we got a lot of good tips and discussion about the Rashomon event on our Discord. So that's always good, you know, if you want that kind of interaction. And like we said earlier, one of our members, he's going to be going to the escape room event, so we'll probably relate a little of what their experience is like, but if you want to get it firsthand from them, hop on Discord. Discord thumbs up. And of course, if you are new here and if not already, please subscribe to this channel. It is the best way to keep track of our videos. Even if you've already subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you always know when a new video is posted. And of course, the other great way to keep track of our videos is to support us on Patreon. You can get these videos well, not the video, you can get the audio of this episode downloadable for as little as $1 a month. That's also an early release. You get these, like, right away when we're done with them. And you don't have to wait for video or nothing. It's a great plan. Also, like we said, we got, like, polls, and you can possibly watch the show live, and lots of other great stuff. So check it out. Also consider buying a shirt, seriously. We love to sell shirts. And we have sold shirts in the past. It's not just like we just really want to sell our first shirt. No, our shirts are out there in the wild. Buy more shirts so you can find more people who watch this thing you do. I gave a thumbs up. You couldn't see it, but I gave a thumbs up.
I gave one too.
And also, the end card is coming up, so if you want to see more of our episodes of Let's Talk FGO, you can click or tap your screen. I don't know what the fourth link will be, because the other two links are subscribe and Patreon. Probably our last episode with Voice, so you can catch up on what we've been saying with him. Seems fair, right? So you can go ahead and click and tap your screen there. Yeah. That's our show. That's Let's Talk FGO, everybody. Now we gotta go back to Girls Frontline.
Yep, Girls Frontline time.